Hello and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Transformer Legacy Decepticon Wild Rider. And I did get this from Big Bad Toy Store. They gave me this sticker. Cool, right? Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be number 2 out of 5 to help you build Menasor out of the Stunticon team. Let's take a look at the box here. The box looks pretty smashed, but it's got the same thing going on here. A little bit of artwork here, and then some positional photo things, and then you've got, of course, the tech spec QR code on the back, and that I will post the link to this in the description below the video. So yeah, not too much else to say about this. Neat artwork, I like it, very cool. Let's look at the figure. So here's the figure itself, and yeah, it's interesting. So definitely got the head sculpt right. I don't Yeah, it is. It's not really on a ball peg. So yeah, I can't tell if it's on a ball peg. Well, let's see here. Can we look? Yeah, it's not on a ball peg. Not on a ball peg at all. So he's got some pretty cool paint detailing on him. He's got the red on his arms here. He's got some silver and blue, and of course his face is painted, and even though there is what appears to be light piping things, his eyes are painted in, so maybe it would just glow around the edges. So and then here's what he looks like from the back. Oh man, that's a lot. So that's kind of what he looks like from the side. If backpacks bother you, this is going to be a big one for you. So yeah, so he's got all of the normal, though. He's got the bicep swivel here. He's got the elbow bend to about 90 degrees, right? No wrist swivel. He's got a waist swivel. And then he has the splits in both directions, because I think this is some kind of universal joint. All right, and then he comes with these 2 blasters, which you can peg together. And then he can hold them like that in his hands. I suppose he could hold them sideways too, couldn't he? Let's see here. So he can hold one sideways and he can hold one like this. How about that? All right, so yeah, that looks kind of funky. Or you can combine them together and you can hold them both posing, holding them together. So yeah, and they're painted a little bit of silver on them. A little bit of silver paint on them. Otherwise, just cast in black. Cool stuff. All right, so let's take a look at him and look at drag strip. And we can see that they're kind of even height. So, yeah, not too bad. And of course, we want to see what these guys look like in combined mode, and yeah, so very cool looking together. I'm sure the set will shape up pretty well. Now, what's interesting about him is that this is kind of a dark green plastic, and I think the original was actually kind of a gray, not a dark green, so I think that's kind of interesting. But it doesn't bother me too much. Okay, so with that, one more close-up here of the head, and you can kind of see it's there we go. You can see both of the eyes are painted in silver there. So, and I think they got the head sculpt on. This is pretty good, actually. So let's go on to transform this thing into his alt mode. And so the first thing we're going to do is flip his wrists in. Whoa, hold on. Flip the wrists in without throwing them on the ground. So got both of those there, and then we'll go on ahead and straighten these out and his arms like so, and we'll just kind of set them on the side here. Now the next thing we want to do is open up this panel here, which I showed you earlier, and you can kind of see in here, you can see that is just a swivel. So anyway, what we do with it is we push that panel back, and then we push that all the way back there. Now we come to the back here, and we're going to push these 2 wheel wells into the rest of the hood here, and they should kind of snap into place like that. And the instructions say do this, bring it down, and then you'll notice that there's these 2 tabs here. So what you want to do is you want to lift it up, get these tabs underneath there, and actually the way they talk about it here in the instructions is just do that and then bring it down on top of that. Then we have this panel here, which is the rest of the windshield. Close that right there and snap that into place. Now we're going to take the waist, swivel it around like that, and then we're going to take the feet Actually, what we got to do is we got to swivel these up like this. And then, and if you look, there's a little peg right here. A little peg. And there's a little hole. That's supposed to go into that hole. Doesn't snap in, though, or anything like that. So, same thing on this side. Now we're going to open up these here, like so. We'll snap them together right there. There's a couple of joints there. And then we're going to fold the entire thing over on itself and kind of work this around thusly. Oh boy, collapse. And then come back here and we're going to close these up. And if you look that there are, on the back here, there's a peg here, and those are supposed to go in these holes here, and they kind of don't. They kind of do, so don't try to force the whole thing in there. It really won't fit, but it will kind of hold them kind of in place. So and I'll show you what I mean. So go ahead and just close this up, and then close this up, and you kind of like line it up into there so that they're kind of held like that. So we've got the back peg and then the front peg. They don't really snap, at least not on my copy. And then going ahead and straighten out all the door panels here and straighten out this and yeah, make sure everything's kind of tabbed in. And there's Decepticon Wild Rider in his alt mode. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We got that stripe going down the edge here, and then we've got painted wheels here on this side. At least I wish that this was not like just the peg piece. I wish it was completely like the star piece on this one. That would have been nice. You can see the back, a little bit of the detailing here. He's got like a port here and some molded detail for the lights on the sides there. Yeah, and then on the top you've got the Decepticon symbol, nice red clear plastic all over that. And then of course you do have the mounting points for the guns, so you can put one here and put one here. And yeah, you can roll around like that. So, and it does roll around pretty well. So yeah, no complaints here. So there it is. Oh yeah, and here's what it looks like from the bottom. No, you can't see any robot head really, kind of. Maybe if you go a little bit into there, maybe you can see him. There it goes. I found it. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, this is Wild Rider, and yeah, and you're going to need him to make Menasor. That's definitely you'll need this. And I think as the box said, it was number. Let's see here. It said 2 of 5. So you know. Yep. And of course you'll need Menasor, which not Menasor, I'm sorry, Motormaster, which is out there in the store some places, so you'll have to check that out. Anyway, so yeah, I think that this is a pretty decent purchase, and I got this from Big Bad Toy Store, so be on the lookout for this in your local retail shops or order it online. That's what we got going on here. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next time.